load up the screen. So the original diameter was this number. Later, the diameter increased to this number by how
You have
much?
to subtract.
Yeah. I assume what by what?
Um, 103 10 thousandths by
Good, good.
yeah.
And then subtract the first number. Could you write the two numbers for me? Yeah, and show me on the screen. Oh, sorry. Let me. I think you're looking at on the screen. The millions. Oh my goodness. You have to write that carefully. I think you're pretty good writing out the numbers by now, right? Write the thousand first and then add the zeros in the front, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and count and start counting. Give me a second here. Let me have a look. Great job. All right. That means you, okay, got it. That means you will take the bottom number, right? Write that on top, add two more zeros, right? And then subtract. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good job. Now, you're okay, right? Are you sure? Number one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Borrow, show all the work. Okay, good. All right, number two. Jimmy bought 1,900 oscillators for this much, $38,000. Write two rates or ratios implied by this statement, and then answer the question: how much would he have to pay for 5,000 oscillators? Okay, explain to me how you would do it. Set up the first ratio.
It'd be 1,900 oscillators over $38,000, and then $38,000 over 1,900 oscillators.
Okay, good. This is one of them. I'll do what you said here. Now, I recommend you use a calculator. Now, I also recommend you write the units. Oops, not that. The bottom is in dollars. The top is OSC. I'll go ahead and abbreviate. Okay, let me check out using the calculator. Should bring this in. Second here. I want to see what kind of number this is. Okay, let's see. If I divide 38,000 by 1,900, so you get 20. So you can show the work like this, right? Let's do the first one. The second one to be easy. This can go into itself one time. This can go into 20 times. So that means 1 over 1 OSC oscillator over $20. And then the other one is the other way around, right? You can copy this down. Yeah, I put a comma in this case because you got too many digits going on, right? So 1,900 here. You don't have to put a comma now when you want. This can go into 38,000 20 times itself one time. Therefore, you're left with $20 over one oscillator. Okay, now which one? So here's one, and here's the other one. You okay? This now it turned into like the unit rate, but it doesn't have to be one, but it's nicely reduced to 1 and over 20 and 20 over 1. Okay, which one you would use to solve for how much 5,000 oscillators going to cost?
$20 over one oscillator.
$20 over one else. Good. How do you know that? That's correct. Good job.
Because 5,000 oscillators is on the top, so you have to be able to cross cancel. So it has
Yeah,
to be.
you got this, dude. Very nice. That's exact math pattern or exact thought that you're supposed to have to be consistent, to be correct. If you test it out the other way around, like the one up here, you would see something strange. It would not. Yeah, it would not be. Yeah, you want to times the $20, right? By the number of oscillators, right? You can kind of make sense of that too by looking at it. Sometimes a lot of students tend to look at that way, but sometimes they don't. If they don't look at like, hey, a $20 for one oscillator, 5 times 4, how many? You multiply it. It's simple, straight out. So okay, that's good. Okay, so you know this one is going to be 10 and add as many 0. Look at the strategy here, right? Like the quick math. 10 separate, okay? 10 comes from 5 times 2 times 5. But then you add the additional zeros, as many you can count. 1, and then 3 more. There it is. And this is going to be the cost. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of money. Oh, one second. Wait. Is this correct? 5 times 2 is 10, and add how many more zeros? Okay, that looks right? Do you agree? I'll go ahead and put a comma here. It looks like $100,000. That's a lot of money. Oscillator. Wow. Okay, that seems right. Okay, continue. Now I wanted to see that for the unit rates or the ratios, right? Both of them. All right, let's see number 3. Okay, number 3 is a little fancy. The team averaged 86 points in the first 2 games, 92 points for the following 8 games, 80 points in the next 8 games, and 70 points in the final 2 games. What was their overall average of points scored per game? Okay, how do you think you should do this? I think the key is to go with the average first. Well, I'll let you think about it. Yeah.
So
what do you think?
You average all the numbers, like 86, 92,
Okay. And
80,
okay,
70.
Okay, so you're saying I should add 86, 92, 80, and 70. Is that what you're saying?
Like average them and then.
Okay, but this is a little more to it, right? Okay, how would you do it then? Yeah, you're gonna average, but how would you do it correctly?
And then
So you're saying you want me to add those numbers, right? The points, the 86, 92, 80, 70, and then?
And then you
And then you got the games, right? You got 2 games, 8 games, 8 games again. What would you do with that?
You add all the games, like.
Okay, then what do you think you should do?
You divide.
Are you sure about that? Almost correct. 80, 86, 92. What do you think?
Multiply?
But how? Wait, let me go ahead and do what you said. Partly correct. So you're gonna add 2. I'll write it as a fraction. Okay, I think your teacher won't mind. You wanna be able to do this later on anyway in later math. So 8, 2 games, 8 games, another 8 games, another 2 games. So I'll be adding that in the denominator, but the numerator is the more challenging part. What do you think? So I'll even work out look at this, 10 and 10. You see that? That's 20 games. So that's the total, right? 20. But how do you do the numerator? And how do you know it's going to be? See the key unit here carefully. Okay, look, points scored per game, meaning it's point per game. What do you think about that? How do you get it per game? How could that be? Okay, but the unit on the bottom is the number of games. So I'll put games, like games here. Now it becomes 20 games. But the numerator will be the points, right? So points. That means you will need the numerator divided by the denominator, and then you'll get your points per game slash per game. Do you see that? If you can make the unit rate out of it by dividing into it, right? But the numerator is going to be something you need to get right. How? So in the end, it will be this. See the numerator, point slash per game. When we divide it, we'll get a 1 on the bottom in a moment, but we need to get the top right. But do you get where I'm? Okay, it'll be per game. Yeah, one game. Game here, one game, point, the points. So whatever the points is. But how do we get the points per game? Yeah, we're gonna get that. I think you understood this, right? Like the layout that I'm heading towards, like here. But the numerator, how do we do it?
You add the points.
How? Yeah, okay. Like you're saying 86, 92, 80, and 70. That's it?
And then.
Okay, wait, you have an idea here. Now don't forget, when you do average, it has to be exact number of, there'll be 20 games. Right, there we go. There'll be 20 scores. Remember, one per game. One, do you get it? Like, you got 20. That means you have to have 20 points on top. The different number of points, 20 of them. Get it? How does that work? Because if you count it, it's not. There's 1 point right here. That's 80. That's one score, right? One score, 2 scores, 3 scores, 4 scores. See, that doesn't work. Remember when we average, you have to average the exact number of numbers, right? Like the denominator being 20. You only got 4 scores on top. Okay, so it's been a while. I'll show it to you. So you're going to multiply 86 times 2, 92 times 8. See that? That will give you those makes sense, right? If you do, you get exactly the number of 20 games that you're actually, or 20, and then this times that, and then this times that. See, okay, here's the layout. You could write exactly this. Your teacher won't mind, okay? But many students will organize it like in rows like this, and then they kind of like add them together and bring it in here. Let's do it like that, because your teacher might think it's you're being like a little fancy here. So I'll lay it out on top here. So it'll be 86 times 2. You can write this down. Whatever you get here, 92 times, we're here now, 8, whatever that is. 80 times 8, whatever that is. 70 times 2. Okay, can I ask, does this make sense to you? Is this okay?
Yeah.
You're getting this, right? Yeah. Obviously, you don't have enough. If you just add these 4 just like that, it's not enough. They want 20 of these. How do I know? There's 20 of them right here. Yeah, you multiply them, you get the 20 scores. Okay, so anyway, let me use the calculator here. So it'll be 82 times 2, 164, 164 here, plus. Now that contained 2 scores, okay? 164, that contained 2 scores. Does that make sense? Is that okay? Are you okay? Are you okay with that? And this next one is going to contain 8 scores. So 92 8 times. So that's 736, I think. I hate when it 36 plus is 736. 64, 640, so 640, and then the last one plus 140. Is that okay? That's it, and then just do the math. I'll even use the calculator and see what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna get 164 plus 736 plus 640 plus 140. Double check. Okay, so I get, now here's the next step, right? 1680. That looks like it's divisible by 20. That is perfect. So let's divide that by 20. Oops, what happened? Okay, divide that by 20. 84. 84 points per game. Unless I made a mistake somewhere. You double check. Did I punch in 736 correctly? Yeah. Second here, let me bring the calculator. Let me double check everything. 92, 8. Yeah, sometimes I need to double check. It's 86, not 82. See that? So I have to fix that. Sorry, it's 80. It's not 82. It's 86. So 172 is the first number. So let me go ahead and fix that. Man, I would love it to be nice. We're gonna get a decimal number now. So 172 is not. It's gonna replace 164, 72 here. So it's okay. So it's 1688. 1688. Yeah. Now 20. Now divided by 20. 1688 divided by 20. So you get. Okay, let me get a decimal form out of that. Do decimal here. So it's 84.4. Okay, it's okay to have a decimal. So it's 84.4 points because it has to do with points. Is that okay? You can have a decimal points. Now, that's again, here's the thing, right? It has to do with average. So it's a little bit unpredictable. So you can get decimal like baseball, like averaging, like statistics. You've seen it before in sports. You're going to have a decimal everywhere. So it's going to be 84.4 points per game. You don't have to write it that way without the 1. Okay, you just write like that as your final answer. Is that good? Okay, I think you're good there. Now, number 4, I'm pretty sure you're good, right? You would move how many decimal places to what direction from here?
To the right.
How many times?
9 times.
Okay, so you do that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I don't know if that's 9. But then you add the zeros, right? How do you write? Yeah, for review, okay. We'll just quickly, and then we won't cover every single one. But what about the B? 4B. How do I write it?
You have to put the decimal in between the 4 and the 7. So you have to move it.
Times what?
However many, and then times 10 to the 10 to however many times you moved it. So
starting right here.
Yeah.
That means this person did it wrong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How do you write it? What does that mean? Up here?
10 to the 7th.
Just like that? You sure?
Yeah. Because you're moving the decimal to the right.
Wait.
Because the decimal's already in between those zeros.
Wait. Are you sure? Wait. If we start here, you realize if I actually do the math here, let's pretend this is the problem, and you have to write this in standard notation. How would you write it? Ignore the B. Pretend this is brand new. How would you actually write this in standard notation?
Then it would be 10 to the negative 7.
Yes, you see why, right? Because if you were to do the math, it would go 7 times over to the right. See? Yeah, check your work. Yep. So the answer has to be negative 7. If I punch that in the calculator, let's have a look. It should be the original number here, right? Let's just quickly. Okay, I know it's been a week, dude. Let's take a look. So 4.7 times 10 to the negative 7. I hope this calculator. Oops. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so yeah, it won't. This calculator, it has to do with E means times 10 to negative 7. Is that okay? This is a scientific calculator, Man, is there a way I can actually, let me see here, float? Let me do this quickly. Okay, let's take a look. Let's do this again. Nope. That's not it. So ignore that. Okay, so anyway, yeah, it has to be this. Okay, all right, let's continue on. Double check. 5, 6, 7, yeah, looks good. Okay, what about 5? Find the volume of this rectangular box. How would you do that? So it's volume this time.
It's 10 times 21 times 20.
Yes, don't forget, it's a side base times the height. The base, the area of the base, you okay? Like base times height. The area of the base is 21 times 20, and then times the height, which is going to be 10.
Yeah.
But I think you remember from the formula of a volume of a box, I guess that's easier. It's length times width times the height. So you can think this is the length, that's the width, and then the height, which is 10. Okay, so yes, that's it. Good job. So I'll write it out. V is equals to, what about the unit? 21 times, I'll parenthesize this time. I want you to see the parenthesis. You could do dot if you want, times 10. Whatever this is, but what is the unit?
Yards cubed.
Good, very good. Where's the yard? How do you know this is yard? I see it right there. So yd to the third power. All right, good job. What about 6? Find the surface area.
So you have to do 21 times 10 times 2, which is 210 times 2. And then 20 times 10 times 2.
Okay, good.
And then,
okay, continue.
And then 21 times 20 times 2.
Good job. So you said something like this, times 20 times 10 times 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's this side and that side over here.
Mm-hmm. And then 10 times 21 times 2 is this the face,
times
and
the
then the
back here, right?
Yeah.
Good. And then you said the top here?
Yeah, 21 times 20 is the top and
Good,
bottom.
yeah, your geometry is good. So let me go ahead and write that out for you to, you can do it however you want, okay? But let me write it out the way you said it. You said 20 times, all right with the parentheses this time. I'll do a dot, times 10 times 2. I'll write it like this. Your teacher won't mind. Plus, you said 21 times 10 times 2. The face times 10 times 2 plus the top and bottom 21 times 20 times 2. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. That's going to be your surface area. You can do S or SA. And what is the unit of this one?
It would be yards squared.
Yeah, very good. All right. Very good, very good. Okay, now 3/4 of what number? Tell me how to set that up. Yeah, I think you're
3/4 times x equals 51.
All right, and then how would you continue from here?
You would put so you have to isolate the variable, so you would divide each side by, or multiply each side by the reciprocal of 4/3.
Okay.
So
yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Good job. But I'll go with what you said earlier. There's nothing wrong with this, but you have to be careful how you solve it. If I were you, if we were to do it this way, I put 51 over 1 and then divided by 4/3, and then you flip flop and multiply. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
But you would rather do it the way you said it the second time, because it's more algebraic. You'd be timing 4/3 times 4/3, right? Now, sometimes problems are made so that it's actually cross-cancelable. So it looks like it will. Let's have a look. So 51 divided by 3. You can write this down if you want. So it's 18 times. So this is why...
That's 54 divided by 3.
54. Thank you. Where is that? There. 51. So it's still going to work 17 times. Good job. You're paying attention here. So 17 times itself one time. that cancel, all of that cancels. X, you're left with 17 times 4, so it's 40, and 28, so it's 68. So I'll double check that. You want times 4, 68. That's it. Good job. 3/7 of number 8. We won't have to finish it, but how do we set it up? 3/7.
3/7 times 91 equals x.
Yeah, good job. 3/7 times, I recommend use parentheses here, 91 equals the answer, or x. If you do that, that means you have to carry x down, and then the answer is here. That makes sense? It seems like 70 will go into 91 13 times. Itself one time. Okay, that looks good. I'll let you continue from there. But let me see if there's anything fancy. 2000, or what number? Okay, you can do this one too. Careful. 3,000, so it'll be 3 over 1,000 x. Is that right? Or 9, number 9? X, okay, not times. Equals 18. And flip-flop and multiply it, okay? I think you're good. Well, it's the reciprocal. That's what I should have said. 3 can go into 18 and continue from there. So 6,000 is the answer. Okay, anyway, I think you know how to do even for number 10, no problem. What decimal part of, basically it's x times 94, right? Equals, it's just that the answer is going to be in decimal because of this right here, 68.62. Now, I'd like you to do number 11a mentally. Just by looking at it, I can tell that you should learn to practice it. Not B, but A. You want to try it?
So,
Hint, I'll write out the 1% in decimal. This is what 1% looks like in decimal, right? I think you remember?
Yeah. So what you have to do is, if it's 1% of 24, you have to divide 24, 24 by 0.01.
No. You could divide, but not that way. You can't divide 0.01. It won't be the answer. Let me show you why. Watch. You want to think differently? Here, I'll divide it by 0.01 like you said. Check out, okay? In the calculator here. It's too big. You can't say 2,400 is 1% of 24, right? That's not true. You got to be way smaller than that. So yeah, you can't divide 24 by 0.01. Then what do you think you should do? It's the same like, okay, I'll give you a hint. This 1%, it's like the fraction, but you have to convert it into decimal, and I did. If you want a fraction, you could convert it down in a fraction too. It's 1 over 100. There's your fraction. What do you do when you have the word off?
So you multiply 24 by 1%?
Yes, but you don't forget, you can't use the 1%. You have to convert it into 0.01. So here, you could either do this or times this 24, 0.01 times 24. Is that okay? Now I want you to, I thought you would, see it right away, and I wanted to see you do it mentally. Now, without writing, could you tell me the answer? Don't look at this one.
0.24.
Yeah, good job, because you multiplied, the 124, and you got to move 2 decimal places over because of the two placement right there. When you do multiplication, you're going to have to count the decimal places from left to right. Okay, I think you got this now. B, I'm not expecting you to be able to do it mentally, but tell me how to set it up.
56% times 24.
But okay, that's not wrong, times 24. But how do you do the math though?
And then it's 0.56 times 24.
Yes, that's it. So you'll be doing this right here. You can set it up and then move 2 decimal places over. Multiply vertically. I think you're okay with that. Okay, good job. Let's move on over here. Okay, now, do you want to tell me the answer mentally for 12? The A, the first one.
0.
You can tell me the answer, or if you want, you can tell me how to set it up.
0.1 times 3,200.
Is that what you said? 0.1? Sure that's correct? Is this 1%?
It's
What was the difference between that and this one down here? Is it 0.01? Is it 0.1? Which is it?
It's 0.01.
Yes, 0.01. I know that's a common error. Yeah. This is 10%. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 0.01. Okay, therefore, could you do this mentally? I mean, obviously you want to show the work. At least this, and then you could do the vertical multiplication that your teacher likely want you to do. But I don't think so. Let me explain. 12A and the other one too. Like, what was that? 11A? What was that? Yeah. I'm pretty sure you write this and write the answer. Your teacher will accept it because this can be done like scientific notation. You know, like you move the decimal and, you know, you get the answer fast. Not B, and not the B of the 11, number 11. You have to show the work. Some people can do it though, but no. But this here, I recommend you actually, like for A, like 12A, just write this sideways and then write the answer. Your teacher will understand that you can do this mentally. But you want to tell me? What is the answer? I'm not even kidding. You don't want to set it up vertically. You waste your time. Your teacher understand that as you move on, you progress, you do your math. Some number, some problem can be done mentally, and they'll accept it. That's how it works anyway. You'll be showing the work, the vertical multiplication for B. But the A, you don't have to. But tell me the answer for A.
So it's
pretend you multiply this to this whole thing. You're gonna get itself like 3,200, but you gotta move the decimal. Yeah, think that way. If you
32.
Yeah, good job. 32 is the answer. Take a look. Yeah, you multiply the 1, right? You focus on the 1 and time any number, whatever it is. But you got to keep those zeros, whatever they are, including those zeros. And then you move the decimal from the back here, 1, 2, right? And then it stops between the 2 and the 0. That's it. So the answer is 32. But I mean, I can show it to you. So 0.01 times 3,200. There is 32. Look at that. So I'm not kidding. Your teacher, it's expecting you guys to do it like that, sideways. It makes sense, okay? Because you were doing the quick math before, moving the decimal back and forth with the 1 and 0 and 0 and 1, you know, and time another number. Trust me, this is how your teacher will want you. They prefer it so that they see that you're progressing. You know, you're learning to quick math your problems wherever is suitable. Trust me on this one, okay? I'm 100% positive. Your teacher will not mark you if you were to do it like this. B, however, you likely want to show the work, you know, like this for B, okay? This is for B. Yeah, don't do anything fancy for B. Just go ahead and do your normal setup. Don't forget 1 and 1%. It's going to be like that, right? It'd be 1.01. Oh yeah, I should ask you that. But if you didn't know, 101% is 1.01 in decimal. And then you do it like that. And then whatever, don't forget, you do how many rows you need and you get your answer. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
You count your decimal places over. So you got to do careful. It's not, you can't do it quickly like this. Yeah, you go through steps to get that. Okay. Let me think. Everything else, improper fraction, I'm pretty sure you're good. This one too. Subtract both sides by 3 over 11. Order operation. Let's do a bit here. 16. What do you think? You think you should do for 16? A couple of things simultaneously. Tell me.
So you have to do what's in parentheses. First, you have to do 6 minus 4 and 7 minus 3.
And then what do? Times?
Yeah, you put a multiply, and then you do minus 7, and then put it in the brackets,
Okay,
and
good.
then you do 17 minus 2 on the outside.
Okay, good.
And then
Like that. And then, yes, I would do exactly what you said here. Good job, like that. And then continue like brand new problem.
yeah, and then you have to multiply. So 4 times 2,
8 minus
and
7.
then minus 7.
That would be 1 in the bracket. You can still show the bracket, and then you got 2 in the front. Therefore, it'll be, oh, this is minus.
2
Okay,
times.
so it becomes
Yeah,
2 there,
2
and then you have
times.
17 minus 2, right, in the end.
Yeah.
I'm working
So that's
upward, okay?
15.
So it should be 15. Yeah, double check my math. Just be careful there. That means you can do this one. This will be a 9. I recommend you do that separately, and then wait for the stuff back here, right? Yeah, I can tell that you're beginning to see things can be done simultaneously. So you don't have to do PIMDAS one letter at a time anymore. Just don't touch the plus and minus like the main ones. In the parentheses you can. You want to do them right away. Like this minus that plus, I would do it later. I think you're good. Okay, this same idea for 22 here. What is the answer for this one?
3.
3 and minus. What about that one?
3.
Yep.
Or not 3.
Yeah, it's 3. It's 3.
Yeah.
It's the square root. So what times
Yeah.
will give you 9? So the answer is just 3 because that's going to cancel. Is okay? So the answer is 3. I think everything else you should be okay. Let me see. Make sure you convert this into improper fraction and flip-flop and multiply it, right? But then there's so many cross cancellation that you can do here, right? Cross canceling. Let's have a look at this one quickly. So 29, 7 times 4 is 28. 29 over 4 divided by 10 over 3. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10 times 3 times 1 is 3 plus, so it's 5/3. You're not going to flip-flop any of these back here, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, only this one. Then you got 6 times 1, 7, 6. So then here's the layout that I would work off from. Then you choose your cross-canceling. Only 2 at a time, a pair at a time, diagonal across or even on top of each other if you can, but no. So I would do something like right here. Check it out. This will cancel with that. This can go into self 1 time. This can go in 2 times, like that. And that's just about it. And then just gather them. 2 times here. Gather what you got. Be neat. 4 times. Oh yeah, careful. 3 cancel, right? But that means you have to do placeholder of 1. Go into 3 itself 1 time, itself 1 time, therefore it's 1/2 here times 1 over 1, or you can just ignore this entirely. Think about it, okay? That's just 1. Anything times 1, it's itself. So you don't need to even look at that. Just continue. So let me go ahead and do that. So then this is gone. I'll be left with just 7 over 6. And then I can go again if possible, but no, just you multiply straight across. Okay, I think you're good with that. But now, 29. Just quickly. What do you think? 4 unit multipliers. Wow. That means like there should be 4 fractions, right? Like times fractions. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you wanna show me? It's been a while. It's been a week.
So you have to do 625 yards squared times times 3 feet over 1 yard times 3 feet over 1 yard. And then times 12 inches over 1 foot.
I'll do a dot here. Good job. I think you got this, dude. Wow. Let me see. Do you know why you're doing this? Wait. Let me double check. Okay.
Because if it's squared, you have to cancel yards twice. So you do 3 feet over 1 yard twice.
Okay, good. Wait, I'm sorry. Continue on.
And then times 12 inches, or 12 inches over 1 foot.
Is that it?
And then you and then you have to cross cancel.
Wait, it's not done yet.
Oh, and then times 12 inches over 1 foot. Yeah.
Is that okay to make the square out of them? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, this will get you the feet squared. If I were to continue and show the work, it'll be 9ft squared over 1yd squared. And I'll copy this down. And then you can start canceling there, right? Yeah, you can copy all of this. And this will be 144 inch cubed and 1 foot squared. Not cubed, squared. 144 inches squared. That's it. Yeah, I think you got this into square inches, because if you cancel everything, you'll be left with, you see it? Square inches right there.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? So yeah, everything happens to be 1 in the denominator. The only thing you have to do is, I recommend you use a calculator here. Your teacher won't mind. I think you mentioned that before. Yeah, 625 times 9 times 144. Whatever that is equals to your inch square, and that's exactly what it's asking for. See that? Square inches.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I think you're good with the plotting, right? Tell me this one, if you can. Well, if you can see it.
So A is -6, -4.
Yeah, you got this. Yeah, x comma y. Yeah, okay.
And then
You got it. All right, we'll call it.